All right, so it is time.
It's time
for our No Rhyme Or review of Nas's Magic 2. This is a continuance of his multi-tiered threads of albums that he's been releasing. This is the sequel to the Magic album that first came out on July 21st. I'm sorry, that first came out in Christmas Eve of 2021. And then he's had three versions of his LP, King's Disease, with the executive producer Hit Boy. First of all, like, how do you feel about Nas being this prolific right now?
I feel really good about it, and this is much like with our earlier conversation, the way you evolve. Like, Nas came in the game at 16.
Yeah.
He's 49, almost
I see what you
50.
mean. Yeah.
And this is how you evolve. This is how you bring the game with you and step into a new era and show that you still have a love and a respect for the game.
Yeah, keep your old cadences, but also keep.
I thought you would. It almost sounded like you was going to be disrespectful.
Keep your style, but also kind of mix it up and evolve with current times, and be willing to step into a new vibe. With our review, we're going to do 30 seconds of listening. We're going to talk about themes, production, our features, and then our overall rating. And then we're going to get right into the first track, Abracadabra. Let's go ahead and... What you think? Man,
that was a good start and good production. Having listened,
the cadence of that beat,
yeah.
Dog,
I've listened to it a couple times, the album in and of itself, and so like doing it in this review state where I can like kind of pick through. This is a good start.
You put a triplet on the kick drum though, boy,
and he just fit right into the pocket.
Though. Yeah,
and I like his delivery, and the bars was like really subtle and smooth in that Nas way.
Yeah. So something about this record is the themes overall, and we'll get to it a little bit later. But obviously, magic is the theme here. So Abracadabra is 100% appropriate for the first track. I feel like Nas's energy keeps up. And this is hands down one of the best intros that I've heard in a long time. So the next song is Office Hours featuring 50 Cent. Woo. That is 50 Cent in rare form.
Dog, it's prime 50 coming back.
Right. This is Queen's 50. Like, so if 50 had modes, he'd have his candy shop mode.
Hey, okay, yeah.
He have his mini man mode,
dog,
and then he have his in the club mode.
No. Patiently waiting.
I feel like that's mini man mode.
Nah, mini man mode is almost like, hey Ja, this is what you could have done. When you get into that patiently waiting, that's like that M bro is just like, I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on that. And it's like it's that grit.
I think this is Queen's mode for 50. And the last time I heard him sound like this, it's been a while. What do you think about this track overall?
Fire track. Hit Boy is 2 for 2 in terms of the production, in terms of like really vibrant, dope, gritty New York sound that allows the artist to be the purest versions of themselves. Yeah,
I think the same thing, and right now it's setting the tone for this record, and I just wish this 50 Cent feature was longer.
Yeah, I was a little upset about it too.
Next one is up. It's called Black Magic.
I like this one. I think it's cool. Not as hard hitting as the first two though for me.
The mood takes a little bit of a dive, but I still like the bass line. I still like the production on this track, so I think it still kind of hits for me.
Boy.
Next one is Motion. So for me, I feel like this is another like mood shifter that kind of takes me out.
Same.
What about it for you that just doesn't do it?
It just seems like this feels more Nas led. And a lot of times, and what I mean by that is the reason we love these Hit Boy collaborations is it felt like Hit Boy was like, come with me.
Got it.
And like, let's do this together. And like, hey, I want you to like rap on this type of beat. I'm bringing you to a new place. These last two have felt more like a kind of safe space. Like, you know, it's produced by Hit, but it doesn't feel like it's trying as much or creating a scene, if you will.
Yeah, I feel that too. I feel like I don't like the hook as much. It just kind of doesn't fit the aesthetic of what this album is. And so it's kind of disjointed. Next one is Bokeem Woodbine. Have you seen Jason's lyric?
No.
I haven't seen it either. I don't know that I understand what he's getting at here.
Leave it down in the comments. Give us a little explanation.
The theming doesn't fit well for me, and that's where I'm kind of missing the boat here.
I felt like Nas's bars are there on each one of these songs, but it feels like thematically it doesn't really hit me the same way that like the other projects have this far. And again, like I said, the theming between all the albums to me is Hit being like, come with me. This don't feel as much like come with me.
I feel like that's about to change. So let's listen to Irvin Magic Johnson and see what happens. So I think now is when we're really starting to cook. And I feel like maybe this is done purposefully. They've slowly kind of rolled out the carpet on this project because it's so short. Next track, what this all really means. We're gonna take a listen and tell you what we think. I think this is a good record.
I do too.
I think it's a nice story that Nas is telling about his rise and his ascension. He's also just kind of looking back and reflecting on where he's come all this way.
And also like Hit's direction in terms of like kind of really bringing that story out and it feeling like one of those nice sample beats of his time, but very modern.
Next one is Slow It Down. I think, is this a cautionary tale for the youngsters? Is this a retrospective? What do you think?
I think it's a bridge.
The Queen's Bridge.
Yay.
Right?
I like what you did there, QB. Braveheart. I think it allows for the generation to understand that I was once your age.
Right.
And I, am willing to show you that, and you can hear it in my raps. I think back to our other conversation, this is what I think was missing between the Melly Mel and Eminem thing. Is it's just like M clearly is a student of the things that you brought in. Like, why are you not just trying to build a bridge? Why are you trying to make it? Why are you trying to like lessen the work that he's put in?
Yeah, I think Nas here is really just kind of diving into. He's still reflecting.
Yeah,
he's still reflecting, even though like he did that in the last track. This album probably has a lot to do with his roots.
Yeah, and
you can kind of hear that, right? You can hear the kind of early '90s Nas in this record.
Right.
Next up is Pistols on Your Album. It's the penultimate track on this record. What you think?
I like that. I like how you said these past, and maybe the album seems like just reminiscent, but I'll get into that when we get to themes.
So he kind of he brings in some KRS-One lyrics, and you know, and our shout out to the top 25 of Billboard and our tier list that you can go check out. We talked about KRS's impact on hip hop, and we can hear it here again. We were asking, like, where is KRS-One? Like, why didn't he continue to like pump what we expected to pump into the game? And so here it's sampled, and you can feel it. You can feel the essence of what he brought to the game. Last one mic, one gun. We heard this a while ago, but it's Nas and 21 Savage. Let's go ahead and take a listen. He cooked that verse.
He did. And that's how you acknowledge what came before you, but also say, I'm here to make my mark as well.
Right. And you've said it before about 21 Savage, is that like he took lessons from the legends. He said it in this verse, like, I'm not dissing legends. I'm trying to be next in line. That's what I'm trying to do. And you can see that he studies the game. He looks forward to what his future may be. And I feel like 21 Savage is one of those ones that's going to be around for a long time.
What are the themes for you?
Obviously magic. Like, I think it goes back to appreciation and reflection. Nas is likely, and this is theorized, Nas is likely looking at his career as magical, as something that happened, he made happen because he has the essence of what it takes to make it. And so he is the magician, playing the tricks, showing the illusions, and making people kind of amazed with his entertainment. That's what the essence of this for me feels like.
The essence for me feels like the celebration of what him and Hit are able to do. It kind of feels like a victory lap. Like, we've been doing this, we ain't missed. It kind of feels a little bit like that. And I think that's where some of the like downturns in the album come from.
You think this is going to be like the last one for a while? Because this is 5 albums, right?
No, I don't think it's going to be the last one.
Okay, so they still got some more to cook.
It's not like higher on the list than King's Disease 3 for me. Magic 1. This one just feels like these were the songs we had left of the things that we've done.
So leftover land.
To me.
Ooh. Production by Hit Boy. What do you think?
Always great. I do think he leaned a bit to, as you call me, Nostalgia Gray. He leaned a little bit to nostalgia way more than what I think he has in other projects.
Yeah, you can hear it. The not only the samples, but you can hear the way that he produces a track is more like classic Nas. So I think, it's less Hit Boy and more Nas on this record.
Yeah,
and maybe that's their trade-off. Maybe King's Disease is more for Hit Boy, and maybe Magic is more for Nas.
I can see that.
Features 21 and 50.
50.
I think 21 pulled this off. If 50 would have gave us that feel, right?
Yeah.
That Queen's 50, but 21 gave us the entirety of he gave us essentially two verses.
Yeah.
He gave us 2 verses.
I guess it's just that feel, man, because that 50 feel,
You're kind of like, oh, that was a little snack.
dog.
What else you got?
Bruh, like, he could come out with something, like, if he did a Hit Boy run,
Yeah.
I'm there.
I
If
think
it's
the
gonna be at
fans
50.
I think the fans need to get mad and tell 50 to finish that verse.
Yeah, bruh. Like, or just do something. Like,
Yeah.
I know he's doing a lot of, production and building empires and all that other good stuff, but like, dog.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
He's definitely not building empires. He's building his power though. What's your overall rating for this project?
My overall rating is 3 milkshakes out of 5.
Why milkshakes? Why do you make me edit these things?
It's arbitrary, and milkshakes bring people to the yard.
I would give you 3 bodegas out of 5. As well.
Hey, I like that.
Actually, let's go back. 3 bodega cats out of 5. We appreciate you listening to our no rhyme or review of Nas's Magic 2. Thank you for listening to this episode. We appreciate you every single time.
We would like for you to leave your ratings and things down in the comments. Just overall, what do you think about the current music scene? Leave that down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate each and every comment.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what you say. We
100%.
appreciate it. And
I'm coming for you, dog. A 1
and a 2 and
peace.